Okay, what is the crack and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make destructible objects like breakable wood or a breakable window, so like when you hit it it shatters type thing like that. I have an example here and then I'll show you guys how to do it. So as you can see there's a plank of wood here, so when I hit it it breaks and then the pieces disappear. To be honest, the pieces actually don't disappear, they just fall through the ground and they're still in the game. I'll show you guys though how to delete that. I'm also just gonna lower down my computer because it is extremely loud. So the first thing you're gonna have to do is use a editing software. This is one of the first tutorials where you actually need another program rather than Unity itself. So if you don't have a like a modeling program, I suggest Blender. It's free, it's simple enough to use. There's thousands of tutorials to figure out what you're doing, but I'll try to explain everything as I can. I'm gonna be honest, I just done a drunken stream and hopefully I don't forget anything. I'm still drinking. Drinking helps me code and I'm trying to code doing a game. I just done the destruction planks myself, so I was like, might as well do a video and show other people how to do it because people have been asking me how do you do it, so I was like, might as well. So the first thing you're going to do is just go up into, if you do download Blender, this is pretty much just go new, if it would work. Okay, and then there we go. I didn't mean to click that. And then just delete the default cube. Everyone will say that in their videos. And then Shift A, mesh plane. Now you can shape this to whatever you want. The more complex your mesh is, the harder it's gonna be. So you just get this, then press tab. I'm trying to remember buttons now, I'm not the best with buttons, and press K. And then you can go into it and it's a knife tool, and then you can add as many cuts as you want. Keep in mind every point you do is a vert, which like you're not gonna have many verts with this, but it could be a lot depending on your mesh itself. I'm gonna add one more here, so right there that's 23 verts, which isn't bad. That's perfectly fine. And then if you go down here you'll see a little face select button. Click that and then press P, and then it'll come up separate by selection. So you want to do that with all of them, and then press tab again, select the object, press tab again, and this is where it gets a little bit tedious. You're gonna have to press E and extrude it. This is for if you were gonna do like a plank of wood, you would extrude it up a little bit just so it has a little bit of depth. Also if you were going to what's it called, texture this, it's not tedious. Like I done it earlier and it took me about 5 minutes to do. The only problem is getting all the textures to align perfectly is a little bit of a problem. Like if you actually look at the model here, if I can make this a little bit bigger, you'll notice that it actually doesn't align. I don't think I can't zoom in, but the lines don't align very well. But to be honest, when you're breaking it, you're not gonna notice. So like you don't have to be like 100% accurate, but close enough to where when you break it, people aren't like, I noticed that. So once you've extruded all of your faces, you're going to go up here, create a new material, then click new, name it whatever you want. I'm just gonna call this glass, because just as an example, if this was glass. And then you go, if I can actually click here, there we go. And then you click here, click new, go make sure your coordinates in mapping right behind my face cam, make sure they're set to UV, open. Then you're going to go look for the image you want to model with. I'm going to click my glass, and then you are going to click this little tiny thing up here at the top. It's just above that little tick or the little plus, and you can drag out a whole separate screen. Press T on the second screen, click the little bottom corner and go to UV, what's it called? UV image editor. Then just go to glass. Go back. Now, Blender works in a way where whatever screen you're on, it will work. So if I press T here, it'll affect this. If I press T on this, it'll affect that. So it matters on what little slide you're on. You could make literally thousands upon thousands of these little screens, which you really don't want to do. If you've done that by mistake and you want to close it, just grab the last one you've made and close it. Just like bring it up on top of it. You'll see here, if I do it again, you'll see like a little arrow saying to go up into it or down. So just do that and you'll be able to close it. So if you press A, once you're in, like you select your object, press tab again, go A, press U, and then go for U for unwrap, and then go smart unwrap, and it will unwrap. You can also go into texture mode, so you can actually see what the textures will look like, but since they all have no texture and glass is transparent, so it's not really going to do much, so I'm just going to leave it on solid for the time being, and you can see that it actually has done a little bit of a change. So I'll click this again, tab, all, U, smart, then select the glass, and that should have done it. I don't know why it didn't change color. My whole logic that I just gave you guys is completely gone out the window. But we'll get it to work now. 2 seconds. So this. I don't think I clicked that. There we go. And again, like it's fairly simple to do. The only problem is it's a tedious task. If you wanted to make like a house breakable or a brick wall, you're gonna have to do this either like for each individual brick. But then again, like if you've done it for one brick and then made the wall based on them bricks, it wouldn't be that hard. Like it'd be the same thing. It's just these would be slightly bigger and in length to be smaller. So like again, it's easily doable. It's just the hassle of doing it. So I'm going to save this as glass. So just glass tutorial. I definitely spelled that wrong, but we'll see. Also, again, sorry if the green screen does cut off some stuff. If you guys do enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. I should have said that at the beginning. I think the reason this one is a little bit messed up is because it's normals. Oh wait, I did not mean to subdivide it. I think it's normals are wrong. So if you get something and it's invisible, press W and you'll get this selection of specials and click flip normal. Okay, that didn't change it at all. So I think it's just that material, to be honest. So if I click this, there we go. I didn't select the material when I was what's it called? When I was UV wrapping it. So click the object, go over here to the materials tab, the small little circle, and then just reselect the material. I knew there was something I forgot to say. I'm happy I got that. And before I went off and started doing everything else, because I would have been really confused trying to come back to fix it. So now just go into Unity. I'll show you guys the script in 2 seconds. So I have my axe, which is right here. At the end of my axe, I have an object which, when it collides with the glass, it says delete the glass and replace the glass with the broken pieces. And I'll show you it. I'll show you the code just so it's a little bit self-explanatory. I honestly don't know how to do it in C#. Every way I've looked up, it just wouldn't work. So I had to go back to the basics and use my old JavaScript. So you're gonna want a variable spawn transform, which is the location in which you want the glass to enter the game from. So like if you pick up this glass, smash the glass. You want it to spawn from the glass, not from like a table in another room. So you would drag itself in on top of it, and then spawnable rigid body, which is I'll try to zoom in a little bit more so you can see it a little bit better. Spawnable rigid body, which is the spawnable objects, the pieces, each individual piece that is going to spawn is all going to be one object. and then just function on trigger enter, call the little double shits collider. If call is equal to tag attack, which the little cube is, instantiate, or well, var instance, the little double shits rigid body, equals instantiate spawnable, which is the little pieces, at location spawn, which is the cup itself, at its position and its rotation. So it will come out, if you have the cup this angle, it'll come out this angle. If you have it that angle, it'll come out that angle. No matter which angle you decide to put the cup, as long as you have rotation, it will come out in that exact position. So that should be grand. Should. Don't keep me to that. And then instance.get game component, or get component, which is the rigid body, which is the force in which gravity itself is applied to an object. The add force, which is the gravity. Transform.localscale.x. Local scale is how big something is on the x-axis. I actually don't know why that is there. I think I should just be able to do local scale, but I'll leave it because it works for the time being. I'll add in the description if you need the .x or not. And then vector scale, or not vector scale, vector tree forward. Vector tree is kind of like your surroundings. If it's vector 2, it's like a 2D game. Vector tree it's 3-dimensional. That's my understanding. Forward is forward from the position you're currently looking. The opposite of forward is back. And then there's up, down, left, right. I believe that's all of them. I don't think there's any other ones. So if you wanted something to spawn with like a little bit of force, you would then go multiply and then by an integer, which you would put up here. So that's how you would do bullets. If you done this and then just copy that and had that as like a speed, so just say like speed, and then had this as an int, and then you went over here and done speed, it would come out with force, like it would throw against the wall and then destroy the object that you're colliding with. So you can't constantly just keep hitting it and hitting it and hitting it like forever. I'll show you what happens if you actually remove the destroy on collision. I'm actually just going to check real quick how long I've been doing this. 12 minutes. Not bad. Okay. So I deleted the speed is an unknown identifier. Oh, I didn't do a capital. I always do that. I noticed right away. Okay. So make sure you do caps. If you're going with a cap, do it all the way. So that should work now. Just give Unity 2 seconds to figure out that it's working, and let me also close this thing. So now if I walk into this, I should be able to hit it indefinitely because I've got rid of the destroy on impact. So as you can see, I can constantly keep spamming it and get loads of pieces to fall. You can actually get to the point where your whole room could be full of it. But they do eventually end up being deleted. Well, mine don't, but yours should. All you're going to want to do is add a destroy script on top of it. So if you wanted to destroy them after a few seconds, you would create another script. Don't do it in this script, but you would... Okay, I'll show you the other part first. So that was the script. If you guys need to get that, go and copy that real quick. You don't need the speed. That's just there for the sake of it being in the video. If you were to add a bit of like oomph to it, as I said, if I was to add a bit of that to it, I would need to... Where's the block? There it is. Come on, Unity. There we go. If I just say I added 10 to it, so now if I hit it, it will go pretty far. It actually might fly towards me. I don't know which direction this might go. Yeah, see, I kind of freaked out a bit. So you don't need it, but it is there. So let me click this and go 0. So once you're done with creating your thing you want to destroy in Blender, just save it, go into Unity, click import new asset, go to new volume. Don't go to new volume, that's what my hard drive is called. Go to where you saved it is what I should have said. My bad. Again, I'm sorry. I've had a little bit of alcohol. I'll probably redo this video tomorrow morning once I realize. But I did save this in breakable. Okay, I did put it in here. Okay, so just breakable plane. One? Why is there two breakable planes? Oh wait, this is called glass. Okay, so glass. Again, there's two. I'll go for number one. If it's wrong, I am sorry, but why can't I import it? Save. Okay, you know what? Easiest way around it. If shit like that does happen, which actually happens a lot, go to where you saved it. Just glass. And then drag it and just plop it into Unity. Unity will then convert it into a Unity file, and it will work. So glass tutorial. So now I drag that into the game. Scale it to the size you wish to for it to be scaled to. So about that, and I'm gonna add a glass texture to all of them because we did what's it called? We did end up UV wrapping it, so we should be able to add a glass material to it. So I have a glass material. If you guys want to make a glass material, just get a normal white image and then just turn down the opacity to about 50%. So I should have a glass. I have a glass right here, but I don't have a glass material, so I need to go into materials and glass. There we go. So now, as you can see, it has actually turned kind of transparent. And click all of the four, or well, 6 in my case. Click all of the pieces, not the first one, because the first one is the original plane that you extruded from. So you could technically delete that, but you don't want to. You don't want to break the link. So click from number 001 to whatever number you cut it to. Click add box collider, and then add rigid body. And then we get the we click the first one again and add rigid body, and then you just grab that and drag it into here to make a prefab of it. So then you can come back here at any time, copy that, and just if you make a small change to that, it'll do it throughout the whole game. So I just deleted the glass tutorial. I'm now going to add in a cube. Just go up here to game object, 3D game object cube, or you can just click here, left click or right click, sorry, game object cube. It'll add it in here. I'm going to go to the scale that here and move that up a little bit, and I'm going to add the script that I showed you guys to make here. So now this is where I'll show you how to put it together. I know I'm a little bit all over the place in this, so I am sorry. So you'll click cube, drag cube into spawn, and then grab glass and put glass into it. Once I can see where it is, there we go. Glass into that, and this should just work now. So let's see if it does. So now if I hit this, bloop, we have glass, and as you can see, it disappeared, but it didn't. It's actually falling continuously forever in our game. So what you want to do then is make a separate script. Just create script, destroy after time. And then in this script, real quick, just quick and simple script, about 2 sentences, just update, get rid of start, get rid of this, and then you just want to do a public int, and then do timer, and then you do if timer is greater than or equal to you can completely decide what you want here depending on how much time you want it to delete. I normally do timer set, and then if it's greater than or equal to timer set, timer set is going to be how long you want it to be. You can change it at as much as you want, and then just destroy 2 brackets and then game object. So again, timer set is, as I'll show you now in 2 seconds. If I find glass, I'll put destroy after time on it. So just grab it and drag it on. Timer set, you can set this to anything. Whatever you set it to is what timer needs to go to until it'll be destroyed. So I like 60. 60 is 60 frames. It's not 60 seconds. It goes by frames the way I showed it, because on update, every update is a frame. So if you want it to be 60 seconds, you're going to have to set that to 60 multiplied by 60. So what? 3,600 or some shit like that. I don't know off the top of my head, to be honest. But I normally set it to about 60 or 120. And then when you break the glass, you will see in here in the hierarchy, you'll see that glass is being spawned. And in about 2 seconds, hopefully, it didn't get destroyed, which I'm a little bit confused about. Timer didn't go up. The timer didn't even start. So if timer, did I spell up there right? Yeah. If timer is greater than or equals to that, destroy that. Save. I might not have saved it. Okay. Sorry about that. Unity does that for some reason. If you, like, I press Control S to save it, and sometimes it doesn't save. So 1, 2. It's not. That one is not working for some reason. I'm gonna have to get back to you on why that isn't working. Oh, I'm an idiot. You need to do timer. I didn't add this. Timer dot plus 1. So every frame it adds 1. I'm so sorry. I didn't even notice. I thought I already added that. That's normally the first thing I do add, so I'm sorry about that, guys. This video is getting on to nearly the... Oh, it is. It's on the 22-minute mark. Fuck. So now if I hit this, bloop, it'll break, and 1, 2, delete. There we go. It is deleted. So again, that is how you do it. As I showed you in the script, you're going to have to need something attack. If you don't know how to make a tag, literally just click an object, go up here to tag, add tag, and then the little plus, and type out attack. It won't add it right away, then you'll need to click it again, go into it, and add attack. Which is weird, I don't know why Unity doesn't just do it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll rewatch this video now. If I think it is somewhat decent, I will throw it up. If you guys did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. I didn't mean to punch my keyboard. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and hope to see you guys in another video real fucking soon. Bye! Really means a lot that you watch, guys. Thanks.